हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे
प्रभु हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे
राज प्रभु हरे कृष्ण
प्रभु जी हरे कृष्ण
all Shishila Prabhupada and Gurudev. So Prabhuji, welcome bhai welcome right exam today
మీ వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తలేదు ప్రభుజీ
center ఇక్కడ బండ్ల కూడా జాగి రండి
వినిపిస్తుంది ప్రభుజీ
చిన్నగా వస్తుంది
సన్సిటీ అంటారు
ఇన్స్టూన్ పెట్టు సార్
సో is the call Prabhu ఇయర్ ఏంది 305 అవుతారా 303 అయిందా
304 అయిపోయింది ప్రభుజీ
304 అయింది 305 అవుతారా
305 అవుతుంది ప్రభుజీ
యా 305 చేయండి
ఈ రెండు అయిపోయిన తర్వాత సుబోధిని ఒకసారి సుబోధిని ఈ రెండు అయిపోయిన తర్వాత సుబోధిని రిపేర్ చేస్తాం ప్రభుజీ శ్రీమద్ భాగవతము
305 లో చదవండి తర్వాత
305 అయిన తర్వాత
ఓకే ప్రభుజీ థాంక్యూ సో మచ్
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमती राधना स्वामी नामिनी नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपस्ताय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिनी नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री साधु गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे,
ಅಲ್ಲ ಮುಕ್ಕು ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ರಾಕು 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ కవర్ చేస్తుంది నా దగ్గర నాకు దూరం వస్తున్నా 2 మినిట్స్ వస్తున్నా అని చెప్తున్నా కదా हरे 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 कृष्ण
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Discuss with your mother. Mother.
మా మదరే చెప్పింది.
Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare
రాజు
Rama
మేడం ఒకసారి ఉంగరం రాదు.
Hare
మా
Krishna
అమ్మని ఐడియా ఇచ్చింది. మా అమ్మాయి చెప్తున్నప్పుడు నాకు కూడా అదే అనిపించింది. అమ్మ ఒకసారి అడగాలి రాజు.
Hare Rama Hare 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 हरे कृष्ण दीपा माता जी. Hare Krishna
Krishna
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Yes,
please
Prabhuji.
can you start Mangalacharan, please, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namo Vishnupadaya कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Yeah, please start this one, this section. Read this section.
3.5 Viduras talks with Maitreya. 1 to 9 Viduras questions to Maitreya Rishi. 2. How to live for real happiness. 3 to 4 Devotees travel to show compassion on fallen souls. 5 to 9 Describe about Purushavataras, Virat Rupa, Leela Avataras, living conditions on different planets and different living entities. 10 I am satiated with hearing Mahabharata. 10 to 16 Vidura's exclusive interest in Krishna Katha. 10 I am satiated with hearing Mahabharata. 11 to 15 Describe only Krishna Katha that vanquishes miseries, increases detachment, creates auspiciousness, and is the essence of all topics. 16 Start with Purushavataras. 17 to 21 Maitreya Rishi honored Vidura and expressed gratitude. You are the son of Vyasdev, you are Yamaraja himself. The Lord left instructions with me for you. 22 to 38 Maitreya Rishi described the process of creation. The Lord who existed prior to the creation glanced upon material nature, which underwent various transformations under the influence of time and gave rise to the 23 elements. 39 to 51 Elemental demigods offered prayers to the Lord. 39 to 43 Glorious shelter of the Lord's lotus feet. 44 to 47 Qualified and unqualified candidates for the shelter of the Lord's lotus feet. 48 to 51 Prayers for enlightenment and directions. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. ఇది కూడా చదవండి Mataji.
Prabhuji and Mataji sir, please, I just wanted to share one more thing, add one more thing. See,
Yes.
from this chapter, the actual process of creation starts, okay? And the questions posed by Vidura to Maitreya are very, very important from here, because Maitreya already hears Mahabharata, okay? And he is a personal witness of Mahabharata himself. So he travels across, and then at last where he comes to? He comes to Maitreya, okay, and tells to Maitreya that please give only those topics which has Krishna Katha in it and which has bhakti in significance in it. Else don't give me any other topics, because if you see Mahabharata and all other scriptures, they deal with many other sub branches of Vedas. But here, because Vidura is asking Maitreya only about bhakti, that is the reason it has been inside in the Bhagavatam now. Okay, and from here actual Bhagavata story starts, creation starts, okay, and from here many genealogies of the family members starts, and whoever is a devotee in this genealogical table of Brahma, there the katha stops, there the history stops and katha starts. So it will be like that, the family tree which we have seen there, so that will be started from the next chapter, so next canto. From this canto only, that will start from this canto only, and wherever the devotee comes, there will be lot of topics, there will have lot of chapters based on the devotee, okay, and wherever the devotee doesn't come, it will just tell you the history of that family, okay. All of those things are about to start from this chapter. So please, and in this chapter we have a lot of important shlokas also, starting from the second shloka, okay. So please concentrate. Bhagavatam actually starts. Till now, it is an introduction of Bhagavatam, but from here, the actual Bhagavad Gita starts. Please be concentrated upon it. And there is no hurry. Anyone has any doubts, we will stop there. Okay, we will get clarified there and then we will go ahead.
Yeah, read Deepa Mataji, this also.
Yes, Prabhu. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shukdev Goswami said, Vidura, the best amongst the Kuru dynasty, who was perfect in devotional service to the Lord, thus reached the source of the celestial Ganges river, Haridwar, where Maitreya, the great fathomless learned sage of the world, was seated. Vidura, who was perfect in gentleness and satisfied in transcendence, inquired from him. Purport. Vidura was already perfect due to his unalloyed devotion to the infallible Lord. The Lord and the living entities are all qualitatively the same by nature, but the Lord is quantitatively much greater than any individual living entity. He is ever infallible, whereas the living entities are prone to fall under the illusory energy. Vidura had already surpassed the fallible nature of the living entity in conditional life due to his being Achyuta Bhava, or legitimately absorbed in the devotional service of the Lord. This stage of life is called Achyuta Bhava Siddha, or perfection by dint of devotional service. Anyone, therefore, who is absorbed in the devotional service of the Lord is a liberated soul and has all admirable qualities. The learned sage Maitreya was sitting in a solitary place on the bank of the Ganges at Haridwar, and Vidura, who was a perfect devotee of the Lord and possessed all good transcendental qualities, approached him for inquiry. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, please everyone repeat this shloka with me. Okay, this is very, very important shloka. This shloka tells actually the Vidura asks what is a real happiness? Okay, how we get a real happiness, and he also says why it happens so that in material endeavor, whenever we try to feel happiness, only dukkha comes. Okay, this is very, very important shloka. It says, whenever we endeavor for something material happiness, why only it will further entangle us. This is the way Vidura starts his question to Maitreya. Okay, very important shloka. Please repeat after me. Sukhaya karmani karoti loko.
Sukhaya karmani karoti loko.
Sukhaya karmani karoti loko.
Sukhaya karmani karoti loko.
Nattai sukham vanyaduparamam va.
Nattai sukham vanyaduparamam va.
Nattai sukham vanyaduparamam va.
Nattai sukham vanyaduparamam va.
Vindeta bhuyastateva dukkam.
Vindeta bhuyastateva dukkam.
Vindeta bhuyastateva dukkam.
Vindeta bhuyastateva dukkam.
Yadatra yuktam bhagavan vadena.
Yadatra yuktam bhagavan vadena.
Yadatra yuktam bhagavan vadena.
Yadatra yuktam bhagavan vadena.
Now I'll just once recite the whole shloka. Whoever of you can recite it, please recite it. This is very, very important shloka. Okay.
Prabhuji, can you also tell line by line the meaning and this one?
Yeah, I'll tell Mataji. Yeah. Because I was feared because it will take a lot of time if I say that.
It's okay, Prabhuji. No problem.
Sukhaya karmani karoti loko. Nattai sukham vanyaduparamam va. Vindeta bhuyastateva dukkam. Yadatra yuktam bhagavan vadena.
सुखाय कर्माणि
विन्देत भूयास्तथेव तत्र युक्तं भगवान् वदेन.
Yeah. Sukhaya karmani karoti loko. Oh Vidura, oh Maitreya. So Vidura says this. Oh Maitreya, Sukhaya karmani. Okay. Everyone will do many activities for getting sukha in this material world. Karoti loko means loko. Loka of this, in this loka, everyone will do what? They will endeavor a lot for what? Happiness. Okay. Sukhaya karmani karoti loko. Everyone in this material world will endeavor for what? For happiness. Okay. Nattai sukham vanyaduparamamba. सुख तो मिलेगा नहीं, छोड़ो सुख को तो छोड़ो, ठीक है. नत्तै सुखम, they won't get sukham. Okay. Vanyad uparamamba. Instead means they will not get satiated with that sukha. In uparamamba, instead what they get? Vindeta bhuyas tatyeva dukkham. Eva dukkham, tatyeva dukkham. What will they get? Only miseries. So anyone in this material world, if they are endeavoring for happiness, okay, by their karma, they are not satiated by that happiness. Instead, what they achieve? Only dukkha. Okay. Yadatra yuktam bhagavan vadena. So please guide us to get away from this trap. This is what first question of Vidura to Maitreya. Okay. See how intelligent that question is. And who is Vidura? He is a Kshatriya and he is a great minister in the Sabha of whom? You know, where Bhishma Dev and Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra were there. Okay. Such frustrated he is actually. Guiding to the wrong people. Krishna has placed him in that place because Krishna wanted to know us how great this personality is. That's why he has come to Bhagavatam actually. Okay. Not many personalities of Mahabharata has come to Bhagavatam. Only few selected. You know, Krishna has selected a very few people. Please translation, I'll just read once. Okay. Vidura said, "Oh great sage, everyone in this world engages in fruitive activities to attain happiness. But one finds neither satiation nor the mitigation of distress. On the contrary, one is only aggravated by such activities. Please therefore give us directions on how one should live for real happiness." So this is how this starts. Okay. Mataji, you can go ahead with the purport. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Samyukta Mataji, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavatanam.
Dhanavatanam.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vidura asked Maitreya some common questions which was not originally his intention. Uddhava asked Vidura to approach Maitreya Muni and inquire into all the truth concerning the Lord, his name, fame, qualities, form, pastimes, entourage, etc. And thus when Vidura approached Maitreya, he should have asked only about the Lord. But out of natural humility, he did not immediately ask about the Lord, but inquired into a subject which would be of great importance to the common man. A common man cannot understand the Lord. He must first know the real position of his life under the influence of the illusory energy. In illusion, one thinks that he can be happy only by fruitive activities, but what actually happens is that one becomes more and more entangled in the network of action and reaction and does not find any solution to the problem of life. There is a nice song in this connection. Because of a great desire to have all happiness in life, I built this house. But unfortunately, the whole scheme has turned to ashes because the house was unexpectedly set on fire. The law of nature is like that. Everyone tries to become happy by planning in the material world. But the law of nature is so cruel that it sets fire to one's schemes. The fruitive worker is not happy in his schemes, nor is there any satiation of his continuous hankering for happiness. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Vani Mataji.
Prabhuji, this is also important shloka. Sorry, I'll keep regularly interrupting in this chapter because that's how this chapter is. Okay, so please repeat this shloka after me. Now Vidura asks the question and then he asks again. He will ask many questions, but then now he starts praising Maitreya, that you people are there in this material world only to show compassion to people like us. Okay, you people are wandering only to give Bhagavad Katha to us. That's how he praises Maitreya. Please repeat after me. Janasya Krishna Vimukhasya Daivat
Janasya Krishna
कृष्णाद्विमुखस्य
Daiva
दैव
Adharmashilasya Sudhukitasya
अधर्मशीलस्य
Adharmashilस्य
सुदुःखितस्य
Sudukhitasya
Anugrahaye Charanti Nunam
अनुग्रहाय
Anugrahayeha
चरन्ति
charanti
नूनम्
nunam
Bhutani Bhavyani Janardanasya.
Bhutani
भूतानि भव्यानि जनार्दनस्य
Vani Mataji, you can go ahead now. Please read the translation and next.
We practiced this sloka, Prabhuji, that time.
Okay, very well.
Exam, yeah. Hare Krishna, Vani Mataji, are you there?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danda Pranam.
Dana Pramata, please read.
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation. O my Lord, great philanthropic souls travel on earth on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to show compassion to the fallen souls who are averse to the sense of subordination to the Lord. Purport. To be obedient to the wishes of the Supreme Lord is a natural position of every living entity. But due to the past misdeeds, the living being becomes averse to the sense of subordination to the Lord and suffers all the miseries of material existence. No one has anything to do but render devotional service to the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. Therefore, any activity other than transcendental loving service to the Lord is more or less a rebellious action against the Supreme Will. All fruitive activity, empirical philosophy, and mysticism are more or less against the sense of subordination to the Lord. And any living entity engaged in such rebellious activity is more or less condemned by the laws of material nature, which work under the subordination of the Lord. Great unalloyed devotees of the Lord are compassionate towards the fallen, and therefore they travel all over the world with the mission of bringing souls back to Godhead, back to home. Such pure souls, pure devotees of the Lord, carry the message of Godhead in order to deliver the fallen souls. And therefore, the common man who is bewildered by the influence of an external energy of the Lord should avail himself of their association.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Sandhya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Dana Pramata, please read.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Therefore, O great sage, please give me instruction on the transcendental devotional service of the Lord, so that He who is situated in the heart of everyone can be pleased to impart from within knowledge of the absolute truth in terms of the ancient Vedic principles delivered only to those who are purified by the process of devotional service. Purport. As already explained in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the absolute truth is realized in three different phases, although they are one and the same, in terms of knower's capacity to understand. The most capable transcendentalist is the pure devotee of the Lord, who is without any thing of fruitive actions or philosophical speculation. By devotional service, only does one's heart become completely purified from all material coverings like karma, jnana, and yoga. Only in such a purified stage does the Lord, who is seated in everyone's heart with the individual soul, give instruction so that the devotee can reach the ultimate destination of going back home, back to Godhead. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 10.10. Tesham satata yuktan bhajatam. Only when the Lord is satisfied with the devotional service of the devotee does he impart knowledge as he did for Arjuna and Uddhava. Shall I continue, Prabhuji, or someone will read?
Continue, Mataji. Finish this.
Okay.
The Jnanis, Yogis, and Karmis cannot expect this direct cooperation of the Lord. They're not able to satisfy the Lord by constant and loving service, nor do they believe in such service to the Lord. The Bhakti process is performed under the regulative principles of Vaidhi Bhakti or devotional service, following the prescribed rules and regulations, is defined by the revealed scriptures and confirmed by great acharyas. This practice can help the neophyte devotee to rise to the stage of Raga Bhakti, in which the Lord responds from within as a Chaitya Guru or the spiritual master as super soul, because they miscalculate the super consciousness and the individual consciousness to be one and the same. Such miscalculation by the non-devotees makes them unfit to receive any direction from within, and therefore they are bereft of the direct cooperation of the Lord. After many births, when such a non-dualist comes to sense that the Lord is worshipable and that the devotee is simultaneously one with and different form from the Lord, then only can he surrender unto the Lord Vasudeva. Pure devotional service begins from that point. The process of understanding the absolute truth adopted by the misguided non-dualist is very difficult, whereas the devotee's way of understanding the absolute truth comes directly from the Lord, who is pleased by devotional service. On behalf of many neophyte devotees, Vidura, at the very first instance, inquired from Maitreya about the path of devotional service by which the Lord, who is seated within the heart, can be pleased.
Thank you, Mataji. Prabhuji, my daughter wants to recite this sloka, Prabhuji.
Tesham satayuktanam vachatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogatam yena mam upayanti te.
Very nice.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Lalitman Prabhuji, can you explain on this, Prabhuji? This the practice can help neophyte devotee rise in the stage of Raga Bhakti, and which Lord responds from the within the Chaitya Guru. I didn't understand.
Yeah, this practice can help the neophyte devotee to rise to the stage of Raga Bhakti, in which Lord responds from within as a Chaitya Guru. Prabhu, like we practice the Vaidhi Bhakti, na?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly. I mean,
Vaidhi ante Vidhi Prabhu, Vidhi Purvakanga chesed anamata. Ante certain rules and regulations ద్వారా చేసేది. Okay? Raga Bhakti ante spontaneous గా లోపల నుంచి వచ్చేస్తా అన్నమాట.
Okay. So it is kind of ritual, Prabhuji. Vaidhi Bhakti is a ritual.
Yeah, Vaidhi, we are doing ritual. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Because our Guru has told us to do it in this way. Because our mind is so disturbed, so we have been given an instruction to follow Vaidhi Bhakti. Okay? So we are in the process of Vaidhi Bhakti, Prabhu. And by this process, a time comes, we will go to Raga Bhakti, Prabhu.
Raga Bhakti, okay.
And there the Chaitya Guru is within the heart, and then he will guide us actually. And to be frank, no one of us are in this stage, or not very rare, very less people will be in that stage, probably. Okay.
In Raga Bhakti stage? Huh? In Raga Bhakti stage, Prabhu?
Yeah. Okay. Raga Bhakti is an automatic bhakta actually. Yeah.
Okay.
No need of rules and regulations for that.
Chaitya Guru is who is the Chaitya Guru means? He is a super soul, Prabhuji, or?
The Paramatma in the heart.
Yeah, super soul. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Rashmi Mataji, please can you read? Hare Krishna, Rashmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavatina.
Please.
Translation and purport given by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O great sage, kindly narrate how the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the independent, desireless Lord of the three worlds and the controller of all energies except incarnations and create the cosmic manifestation with perfectly arranged regulatory principle for its maintenance. Purport. Lord Krishna is the original personality of Godhead from whom the three creative incarnations, namely the Purushavatara,
Karnadakshayi Vishnu.
Karnadakshayi Vishnu and Garbhadakshayi Vishnu and Shirodakshayi Vishnu expand. The whole material creation is conducted by the three Purushas in successive stages under the external energy of the Lord, and thus material nature is controlled by him. Thinking material nature to be independent is like seeking milk from the nipple-like bags on the neck of a goat. The Lord is independent and desireless. He does not create the material world for his own satisfaction, as we create our household affair to fulfill our material desire. Actually, the material world is created for the illusory enjoyment of the conditioned soul, who have been against the transcendental service of the Lord since time immemorial. But the material universe are full in themselves. There is no scarcity for maintenance in the material world. Because of their poor fund of knowledge, the materialists are disturbed when there is an apparent increase of population on the earth. Whenever there is a living being on the earth, however, is subsistence is immediately arranged by the Lord. The other species of living entities who far outnumber human society are never disturbed for maintenance they are never seen dying of starvation. It is only human society that is disturbed about the food situation, and to cover up the real fact of administrative mismanagement takes shelter in the plea that the population is excessively increasing. If there is any scarcity in the world, it is the scarcity of God consciousness. Otherwise, by the grace of Lord, there is no scarcity of anything. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Sirisha, can you read?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, please download. Translation. He lays down on his own heart spread in the form of the sky, and thus placing the whole creation in that space. He expands himself into many living entities, which are manifested as different species of life. He does not have to endeavor for his maintenance, because he is the master of all mystic powers and the proprietor of everything. Thus, he is distinct from the living entities. Purport. The questions regarding creation, maintenance, and destruction, which are mentioned in many parts of the Srimad Bhagavatam, are in relation to different millenniums, kalpas, and therefore they are differently described by different authorities when questioned by different students. There is no difference regarding the creative principles and the Lord's control over them. Yet there are some differences in the minute details because of different kalpas. The Gingatic sky is the material body of the Lord, called the Virat Rupa, and all material creations are resting on the sky, or the heart of the Lord. Therefore, beginning from the sky, the first material manifestation to the gross vision down to the earth, everything is called Brahman. Sarvam Kalau Idam Brahma. There is nothing but the Lord, and He is one without a second. The living entities are the superior energies, whereas matter is the inferior energy, and the combination of these energies brings about the manifestation of this material world, which is in the heart of the Lord.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Krishna Madhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, please read.
Yeah. You may narrate also about the auspicious characteristics of the Lord in his different incarnations for the welfare of the twice born, the cows, and the demigods. Our minds are never satisfied completely, although we continuously hear of his transcendental activities. Purport. The Lord appears in this universe in different incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, and Nrsimha, and he manifests his different transcendental activities for the welfare of the twice born, the cows and the demigods. The Lord is directly concerned with the twice born or civilized man. A civilized man is one who has taken his birth twice. A living entity takes birth in this mundane world due to the union of male and female. A human being is born due to the union of the father and mother, but a civilized human being has another birth by contact with a spiritual master, who becomes the actual father. The father and mother of the material body are so only in one birth, and in the next birth, the father and the mother may be a different couple, but the bona fide spiritual master, as a representative of the Lord, is the eternal father, because the spiritual master has the responsibility to lead the disciple to spiritual salvation, or the ultimate goal of life. Therefore, a civilized man must be twice born, otherwise, he is no more than the lower animals. The cow is a. Should I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah, continue this paragraph, Mataji.
Yeah. The cow is the most important animal for developing the human body to perfection. The body can be maintained by any kind of foodstuff, but cow's milk is particularly essential for developing the finer tissues of the human brain, so that one can understand the intricacies of her transcendental knowledge. A civilized man is expected to live on foodstuffs comprising fruits, vegetables, grains, sugar, and milk. The bull helps in the agriculture process of producing grain, etc. And thus, in one sense, the bull is the father of humankind, whereas the cow is the mother, for she supplies milk to human society. A civilized man is therefore expected to give all protection to the bulls and cows. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sapan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, bro.
Yeah, please read, Prabhuji.
The demigods or living entities who live in the higher planets are far superior to human beings, since they have better arrangement for living conditions. They live far more luxuriously than human beings, yet they are all devotees of the Lord. The Lord incarnates in different forms, such as those of a fish, a tortoise, a hog, and a combined lion and man, just to give protection to civilized man. The cows and the demigods who are directly responsible for the regulative life of progressive self-realization. The whole system of the material creation is planned so that conditioned souls may have the opportunity for self-realization. One who takes advantage of such an arrangement is called a demigod or a civilized man. The cow is meant to help maintain such a high standard of living. The Lord's pastimes for the protection of the twice born civilized men, the cows, and the demigods are all transcendental. A human being is inclined to hear good narrations and stories, and therefore there are so many books, magazines, and newspapers on the market to satisfy the interest of the developed soul. But the pleasure in such literature, after it is read once, becomes stale, and people do not take any interest in reading such literature repeatedly. In fact, newspapers are read for less than an hour and then thrown in the dustbins as rubbish. The case is similar with all other mundane literatures. But the beauty of transcendental literatures like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam is that they never become old. They have been read in the world by civilized man for the last 5,000 years and they have never become old. They are ever fresh to the learned scholars and devotees, and even by daily repetition of the verses of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, there is no satiation for devotees like Vidura. Vidura might have heard the pastimes of the Lord many, many times before he met Maitreya, but still he wanted the same narrations to be repeated because he was never satiated by hearing them. This is the transcendental nature of the Lord's glorious pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Chandramal Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. No.
Yeah, Tandat Prabhuji. Please read, Prabhuji.
Translation in purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme King of all kings has created different planets and places of inhabitation. Where living entities are situated in terms of the modes of nature and work, and he has created their different kings and rulers. Purport. Lord Krishna is the chief king of all kings, and he has created different planets for all kinds of living entities. Even on this planet, there are different places for inhabitation by different types of men. There are places like deserts, islands, and valleys in mountainous countries, and in each of them, there are different kinds of men born in different modes of nature according to their past deeds. There are people in the Arabian deserts and in the valleys of the Himalayan mountains, and the inhabitants of these two places differ from one another, just as the inhabitants of the islands also differ from them. Similarly, there are also different planets. The planets below the Earth down the Patala planet, full of various kinds of living beings. No planet is vacant, as wrongly imagined by the modern so-called scientists. In Bhagavad Gita, we find it is said by the Lord that the living entities are Sarvagata, are present in every sphere, in every sphere of life. So, so there is no doubt that on other planets there are also inhabitants like us, sometimes with greater intelligence and greater opulence. The living conditions for those of great intelligence are more luxurious than on this earth. There are also planets where no sunlight reaches, and there are living entities who must live there due to their past deeds. All such plans for living conditions are made by the Supreme Lord, and Vidra requested Maitreya to describe this for the sake of further enlightenment. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Lalikman Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. Translation. O chief amongst the Brahmanas, please also describe how Narayana, the creator of the universe and the self-sufficient Lord, has differently created the natures, activities, forms, features, and names of different living creatures. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Every living being is under the plan of his natural inclinations in terms of the modes of material nature. Okay. Every living being is under the plan of his natural inclinations in terms of the modes of material nature. Very good. His work is manifested in terms of the nature of three modes. His form and bodily features are designed according to his work, and his name is designated according to his bodily features. For example, the higher class of men are with or white, Shukla, and the lower class of men are black. This division of white and black is in terms of one's white and black duties of life. Pious acts lead one to take birth in good and highly placed family, to become rich, to become learned, and to acquire beautiful bodily features. Impious acts lead one to become poor by parentage, to be always in want, to become a fool or illiterate, and to acquire ugly bodily features. Vidura requested Maitreya to explain these differences between all the living creatures made by Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Girish Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. You can read, Prabhuji. Translation. Oh my Lord, I have repeatedly heard about this higher and lower status. Prabhuji? Statuses. Okay. Statuses of human society from the mouth of Vyasadeva, and I am quite saturated with all these lesser subject matters and their happiness. They have not satisfied me with the nectar of topics about Krishna. Purport. Because people are very much interested in hearing social and historical presentation, Srila Vyasadeva has compiled many books such as Puranas and Mahabharata. These books are reading matter for the mass of people, and they were compiled with a view to reviving their God consciousness, now forgotten in the conditional life of material existence. The real purpose of such literatures is not so much to present topics of historical references, but to revive the people's sense of God consciousness. For example, Mahabharata is the history of the battlefield of Battle of Kurukshetra, and common people read it because it's full of topics regarding social and political and economic problems of human society. But factually, the most important part of Mahabharata is Bhagavad Gita, which is automatically taught to readers along with the historical narrations of the Battle of Kurukshetra. Yeah, somebody. Hare Krishna Deepa Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, read this.
Yes, Prabhuji. Second inch, Prabhuji. Okay. Vidura explained to Maitreya his position of being fully satiated with the knowledge of mundane, social, and political topics and having no more interest in them. He was anxious to hear transcendental topics regarding Lord Sri Krishna because there were insufficient topics directly concerning Krishna in the Puranas, Mahabharata, etc. He was not satisfied and wanted to know more about Krishna. Krishna Katha or topics regarding Krishna are transcendental and there is no satiation in hearing such topics. Bhagavad Gita is important on account of its being Krishna Katha or speeches delivered by Lord Krishna. The story of the battle of Kurukshetra may be interesting for the mass of people, but to a person like Vidura, who is highly advanced in devotional service, only Krishna Katha and that which is dovetailed with Krishna Katha is interesting. Vidura wanted to hear of everything from Maitreya, and so he inquired from him, but he desired that all the topics be in relationship with Krishna. As fire is never satisfied in its consumption of firewood, so a pure devotee of the Lord never hears enough about Krishna. Historical events, and other narrations concerning social and political incidents all become transcendental as soon as they are in relationship with Krishna. That is the way to transform mundane things into spiritual identity. The whole world can be transformed into Vaikuntha if all worldly activities are dovetailed with Krishna Katha. There are two important Krishna Kathas current in the world, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita is Krishna Katha because it is spoken by Krishna, whereas Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna Katha because it narrates about Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advised all his disciples to preach Krishna Katha all over the world without discrimination because the transcendental value of Krishna Katha can purify one and all from material contamination. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mata.
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, this shloka. This is important shloka, Prabhu. This 11 and 13 both are very important. Huh? Okay. So this shloka tells that Vidura tells to Maitreya, Vidura asks to Maitreya that whoever listens to Krishna Katha, what happens? Geharatim chinnati. Okay. Geharatim chinnati. That is very important word. Geharatim means family affection. Chinnati is cut off. So whenever this shloka is recited by someone, they will be very careful to say one thing. Okay. When we do hear Krishna Katha, what happens? Affection will go, but not the responsibility. Okay. Affection towards the family members will go, but not the responsibility. That's what important here is. Okay. Towards the family, that will not be there when you read Krishna Katha, but the responsibility will always be there. Okay. You have been kept in some responsible position in the society or in your family, that you will always take care of. But what you will not get entangled to, the affection due to that responsibility. Okay. So that is to be very, very clear in this shloka. Okay. Geharatim chinnati means only the affection will go, but not the responsibility. Okay. So we as members in the society, we do all our activities as the others do. But what is the difference between the people who hear Krishna Katha and who don't hear Krishna Katha? People who hear Krishna Katha will slowly cut off that affection. But who don't hear Krishna Katha will increase that affection. That's the reason why their death will be very terrible. And that's why the death of the devotees will be very happy. Okay. So Vidura tells this to Maitreya. Vidura asks him, okay, why Vidura is telling all these things? Because Maitreya is also a Jnani. So he's giving a precaution to Maitreya. Please don't go away from the topics of Krishna Katha. Okay, that's how he's telling the importance of Krishna Katha. Okay, here the seeker is asking very, he's being very clear that I want only this, not more than this. Okay, if you tell me of all the stories, please be confined to these topics where Krishna is there or it is related to Krishna. Sorry, I'm today taking a lot of time, but these are very, very important stories because now Vidura Maitreya Samvada has started. So just wanted to know how the speaker and the hearer also are. They are very clear in their this thing. The listener is very, very clear in his goal. Why he has come to Maitreya? To only hear Krishna Katha. Okay? Because he has heard all other scriptures from many other Tirthayatris or many other places, many other sages, but he couldn't get satiated in this Krishna Katha. So he came to Maitreya and he's asking this. Because Uddhava told Vidura to go to Maitreya, now when he has come to Maitreya, he is very clear why he has come to Maitreya. Okay? Why this shloka is important? Geha ratim chinnati. Okay? This word is important. Please remember. Geha ratim chinnati. What happens? The affection to the family cuts off, but not the bond or the responsibility. Okay? There is a very minute difference between these two. But that should be known. It will be known only when we read Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, Prabhu? Okay, Prabhu and Mataji. So please repeat this shloka after me. Very important shloka. Kastru nayati tapado bhidhanat.
Kastru nayati tapado vidhanat.
Kastru nayati tapado bhidhanat.
Kastru nayati tapado vidhanat.
Satreshu vasuridiridhyamana.
Satreshu vasuriviradhyamana.
Satreshu vasuridiridhyamana.
Satreshu vasuriviradhyamana.
Yah karna nadim purushasya yato.
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 Bhava pradam geharatim chinnati.
Bhava pradam geharatim chinnati.
Bhava pradam geharatim chinnati.
Bhava pradam geharatim chinnati.
Okay, I'll just recite the whole shloka once. It's okay whether you recite or don't, but I will just tell you line by line. That is very important. Okay, I'll just recite shloka once, then and I'll go to line by line. Kastru nayati tapado bhidana satreshu vasuridiridhyamana. Yah karna nadim purushasya yato. Bhava pradam geharatim chinnati. You can recite. You can.
Nayati tapado
Vidhanat Kastreshu vasuriviradhyamana. Yah karna nadim purushasya yato. Bhava pradam geharatim chinnati.
Okay, I will just tell you the last two lines of this. Okay, Yaha karna nadim purushasya yato bhava pradam geharatim chinnati. Yaha karna nadim, to whose ears, karna nadim means ears. Okay, purushasya yato, to whoever this Krishna Katha enters, to that purushasya. Sorry, what is this Krishna Katha? About that Purusha. Who is that Purusha? That is described in the first two lines. Okay, Yaha karna nadim purushasya yato. And to whoever hears this things goes, or the story of that personality goes, what happens? Bhava pradam geha ratim chinnati. Bhava pradam means the karma which has been given to him by different births and deaths. What happens? That will all go. Ratim chinnati. Geha ratim chinnati. All that familial affections, bondages and all, that will go. When that yaha karna nadi, when inside his ears goes that katha of whom, that is told in the first two lines. Okay, Krishna Tutya, who will be satisfied? Tirtha Padobidana. Tirtha Padobidana means the summoned bonum of all the Tirtha Yatras. The summoned bonum of all the Tirtha Yatras means the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. Okay. Satreshva Surabhi Vidyamana. Surabhir means the greatest personalities, the greatest devotees of this world will praise that supreme personality. Okay. And the glories on the topics of that such supreme personality, if it enters into anyone's ears, what happens? Geharatim chinnati. Okay. Bhavat pradam geharatim chinnati. Whatever this material world has given to that soul out of its karma, geharatim chinnati. It will go away. Okay. So now this is Vidura telling to Maitreya. Vidura is asking to Maitreya that such kind of this, it happens whenever the Krishna Katha goes into the, and I need only that Krishna Katha, nothing more. Okay, he's very choosy. Prabhu, we can please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. We'll complete this and we'll stop here, Prabhuji. Okay. Samyukta Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please read, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Translation. Who in human society can be satisfied without hearing sufficient talk of the Lord, whose lotus feet are the sum total of all places of pilgrimage, and who is worshipped by great sages and devotees? Such topics can cut off one's bondage to family affection simply by entering the holes of one's ears. Purport. Krishna Katha is so powerful that simply by entering into a person's ear, it can at once give deliverance from the bondage of family affection. Family affection is an illusory manifestation of the external energy, and it is the only impetus for all mundane activities. As long as there is mundane activity and the mind is absorbed in such engagement, one has to undergo the repetition of birth and death in the current material science. People are most influenced by the mode of ignorance, and some are influenced by the passionate mode of material nature. And under the spell of these two modes, a living being is actuated by the material conception of life. The mundane qualities do not allow a living entity to understand his real position. The qualities of both ignorance and passion strongly bind one to the illusory bodily conception of the self. The best among the fools who are thus deluded are those who engage in altruistic activities under the
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji. The mundane qualities do not allow a living entity to understand his real position. The qualities of both ignorance and passion strongly bind one to the illusory bodily conception of the self. The best among the fools who are thus deluded are those who engaged in altruistic activities under the spell of the material mode of passion. Bhagavad Gita, which is direct Krishna Katha, gives humanity to the elementary lesson that the body is perishable and that the consciousness which is spread throughout the body is imperishable. The conscious being, the imperishable self, is eternally existent and cannot be killed under any circumstances, even after the dissolution of the body. Anyone who misunderstands this perishable body to be the self and who works for it in the name of sociology, politics, philanthropy, altruism, nationalism, or internationalism under the false plea of the bodily conception of life is certainly a fool and does not know the implications of reality and unreality. Some of them are above the modes of ignorance and passion and are situated in the mode of goodness, but mundane goodness is always contaminated by tinges of ignorance and passion. Mundane goodness can enlighten one that the body and the self are different, and one in goodness is concerned with the self and not the body. But due to being contaminated, those in mundane goodness cannot understand the real nature of the self as a person. Their impersonal conception of the self as distinct from the body keeps them in the mode of goodness within the material nature. And unless they are attracted by Krishna Katha, they will never be liberated from the bondage of material existence. Krishna Katha is the only remedy for all people of the world because it can situate one in pure consciousness of the self and liberate one from material bondage. to preach Krishna Katha all over the world as recommended by Lord Chaitanya is the greatest missionary activity, and all sensible men and women of the world may join in this great movement started by Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Yeah, Lalitman Prabhuji, we are stopping here, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. So the takeaway of this shloka, Prabhu, Geha Ratim Chinnati. Okay, that is very important. Vyamoham should go out, but Bhadyata should never go out. Okay, the affection should go out, but not the responsibility.
Okay, thank you.
Prabhuji, without affection, how do we get responsibility, Prabhuji?
Prabhu, responsibility. I have a very good question, Prabhuji. How will we get responsible with? See, when we know that we are the soul, when we are completely situated that we are the soul, then we will have that clarity, Prabhu. But until unless we are on the bodily platform, it will be tough. But what reminds us every day that we are the soul and not the body is scriptural reading and japa. Okay. So if we are good at those two things, then we will know that yes, because of my past karma, I am here. Okay. Now this is the final time for me to go away. How do I do that? I should have a Shastra Chakshu. And what does Shastra say? Don't get more entangled. Okay. And with that responsibility, if we go ahead in our lives, we will not get affected by the affections of the familial ties. But we will be responsible as a good citizen, because Bhagavatam tells us to do that also. In the coming shlokas, what we are reading, we are about to read the stories of lot of kings, Prabhu. See, our responsibility is very minute, but the responsibility of a king will be 10 lakh folds than us. Okay? They have done that, being a devotees. Why can't we do, Prabhu? So that's how it should go ahead. Okay? We should know that we are the soul, not the body. And this affection and family ties is because of the body. And we will take the responsibility of it, knowing what it is exactly. Okay? And we will take the karma which has come through that also. But all through the process, we should not increase our affection towards them.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Mainly comes on the bodily and soul platform.
Okay. Yeah.
If we are more attached to the body, mind, and senses, then that affection increases. Okay, that is proportionate to that.
Correct.
But if we are more into, if we give more time, or if we give proper time to the scriptures and the process of the chanting, then we can get ahead of that problem. Sorry, this is what my counselors told us. Okay, as a students, you should more do the scriptural study. That's what they guided us.
Okay.
Before we entering into this ashram.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Clear explanation.
Yeah, Prabhuji, Lalitman Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Lalitman Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Shlokas, Prabhuji.
So this is the what is that? Fifth shloka, na? Fifth shloka of Rudra Gita. Okay. Every one of you know that the context where we are reading, what we are reading, right? Sons of the Prachina Parihi, Prachitas, 10 Prachitas. Okay, they have gone to different spiritual places to do tapasa, and there Lord Shiva met them because they are devotees. He gave them the ultimate prayer, what he does. Okay, so that is the prayer which we are reading right now. So this is the 37th shloka which we will be reading today, and we will concentrate on this one shloka. Okay. See, the translation might go a bit more higher than what is there in the shloka, but the translation has been given to us by whom? His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So we will fix to it. Okay. Our material mind might not be matured enough to understand why this translation has come here, but as the time progresses, we will understand why Prabhupada has kept it like this here. Okay. But we will go word by word, because we are not Sanskrit scholars, nor our aim is to attain the Sanskrit scholarship, but our aim is to enjoy Bhagavatam. That's it. Okay, to taste the Bhagavatam. That's why we are here. So the translation might go a bit left and right to the shloka what it is, but we will stick to what our Acharya said to us. So Svarga Apavarga Dvaraya. Okay. So Rudra says here that you are the gateway to what? Svarga and Apavarga. Apavarga means liberation. So you are the gateway to the liberation, and also you are the gateway to the Svarga. Why? Svarga is the mode of goodness. And who is the predominant deity of mode of goodness? Vishnu. Okay. That's the reason why he said Svarga Apavarga Dvaraya. Nityam Shuchisade Namaha. Okay. And you are always purified. Okay. You are never contaminated with anything. Nityam Shuchisade Namaha. Namaha means all glories unto you. Who are you? Nityam Shuchisade. You are always purified. Okay. Namo Hiranya Viraya. Namo means again all obeisances. Unto whom? Hiranya Viraya. Whose semen is in the form of gold. Okay. That's what Rudra tells to Vishnu. Okay. I couldn't find it anywhere else, but yes, if Rudra says, it is true. And in the creation, in Bhagavatam, it comes. Wherever this Shiva in this material world has given his semen, that place it has turned into the gold mines. Okay. So the material world, the gold, whatever you have seen this now in this material world is nothing but a semen of Lord Shiva. Okay. And now here that Lord Shiva in the form of Rudra is praising Vishnu like what? Your semen looks like gold. Okay. Chaturhotraya Tantave. You are giving the fire sacrifice. Okay, that fire sacrifice is coming because of you. You are giving the energy to that fire, which is coming in the sacrifices. So this is what Rudra prays to Lord. Rudra praises Lord Vishnu like. Okay, Svarga Apavarga Dvara. You are the gateway to the heaven and to the liberation also. Nityam Suchisade. You are always purified. All glories unto you. Okay. Namo Hiranya Viryaya. All glories unto you. Hiranya Viryaya, who has semen in the form of gold. Okay. Chatur Hotraya Tantave. And you are the source of all that fire which comes in the sacrifices. So this is what Rudra tells to Prachetas about the glories of Lord Vishnu. Okay. Now, please repeat this word after me. Okay, 5 or 6 times we will do. Svargapa Varga Dvaraya. Hare Krishna. Please repeat.
Svargapa
These are 3 words
Dvaraya.
These are 3 words actually. Svarga, Apavarga, Dvaraya. We will combine all the 3. Svargapa Varga Dvaraya. Please recite.
Svargapa Varga Dvaraya.
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 Okay. We will go ahead with the shloka. Okay, recitation. Svargapa Varga Dvaraya. Please repeat.
Svargapa Varga Dvaraya.
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 Nityam Shuchi Sade Namaha.
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 Namo Hiranya Viryaya.
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 Chatur Hotraya Tantave.
चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
Two lines together now. Swargapavargadvaraya nityam shuchi sade namaha.
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचि सदे नमः
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचि सदे नमः
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः
नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
नमो हिरण्यवीराय
चातुर्होत्राय
तन्तवे
नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय
चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय
चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
Three times. Okay. स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचि सदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचि सदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचि सदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे
Thank you so much. Now you can start with your individual practice. Samyukta Mataji, please start Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचि सदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे. Thank you so much.
Sandhya Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे.
Thank you, Mataji. Deepa Mataji, you can do and leave it because you will be you are hurried now to go to from tomorrow. I'll call you first, Mataji. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचि सदे नमः. Sorry. स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचि सदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे.
Thank you, Mataji. Madhvi Mataji. Okay. Vani Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Yeah. स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे.
Thank you, Mataji. Rashmi Mataji. Yeah, Madhvi Mataji, you can go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Dandasana. स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, Sirisha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. स्वर्गापवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Lavanya Mataji is there today? No. Okay.
She's not there, Prabhu.
Is there? Yeah. Let her.
No,
be.
she's not
She's
there.
not.
With the other
Okay.
devotee.
Okay. Okay. Who else is Rashmi Mataji? Can you go ahead? Sapan Prabhu, please go ahead, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Swargapavargadvaraya nityam suchisade namaha. Namo hiranya viryaya chaturhotraya tantave. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sargapavargadvaraya nityam suchisade namaha. Namo hiranyavairya chaturhotraya tantave.
Thank you, Prabhu. Raju Prabhu. Raju Prabhu. Sirisha Mataji unnara ayana?
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Swargapavargadvaraya nityam suchisade namaha. Namo hiranyaviraya chaturhotraya tantave.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
स्वर्गपवर्गद्वाराय नित्यं शुचिसदे नमः नमो हिरण्याय वीराय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे. Thank you so much.
Third line, Mataji. Third line. Namo hiranya viryaya. Okay.
नमो हिरण्यवीर्याय चातुर्होत्राय तन्तवे.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Giriraj Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Krishna, I'm outside. Sorry for the sounds. The Bhagavatam 4.24.37. Swargapavargadvaraya nityam suchisade namaha. Namo hiranyaviryaya chaturhotraya tantave.
Prabhu, you can any two devotees can read the translation and the meanings also. Okay?
I will do word by word. Swarga, heavenly planets. Apavarga, the path of liberation. Dvaraya, unto the door of. Nityam, eternally. Suchi Sade, unto the most purified. Namaha, my obeisances. Namaha, my obeisances. Hiranya, old. Viryaya, semen. Chatu, Hotraya, the Vedic sacrifice of the name. Tantave, unto one who expands.
Yeah. One more devotee. They can go with the translation. Two devotees with the translation, okay?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Translation. My Lord, O Aniruddha, you are the authority by which the doors of the higher planetary systems and liberations are open. You are always within the pure heart of the living entity. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you. You are the possessor of semen, which is like gold, and thus, in the form of fire, you help the Vedic sacrifices, beginning with Chaturhotra. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. One more devotee can go ahead with the translation and then we'll end the call.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I can read. My Lord, O Aniruddha, you are the authority by which the doors of higher planetary systems and liberation are opened. You are always within the pure heart of the living entity. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you. You are the possessor of semen, which is like gold, and thus in the form of fire. You help the Vedic sacrifices, beginning with Chaturhotra. Therefore, I offer my obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Giriraj Prabhu, you can conclude the call, Prabhu. Raju. Thank you so much. Raju Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, you can conclude the call, Prabhu.
Sure. Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Prabhu said Mataji, thank you for joining. Panchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada book reading ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Yeah, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavapranam.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all, devotees. Dandavapranam. KC Monday.